Hey everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So, have you bought yourself for FMS Mashigan yet? Do you want to know how to do all the things to it that you need to know? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do all that. Alright, so you bought yourself a Mashigan. You want to know how to take the top off. Don't really know how to do it. It's not that hard, but do you want to see how to do it? It's cool. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to put the seats in. Now, disclaimer with the seats, you can only physically put one screw in on the seat without taking the body off. There's a link in the way. I'll show all that. Show you how to put your spare tire on. Show how to take the body off of the car, because we want to know how to do that. Everybody needs to know how to do that, and then that'll be it. So hang tight, and we'll come around and show you how to do all that. All right, so let's start off by taking the roof off. Just the top comes off by itself. You're going to need two tools. You'll need a 1.5 millimeter hex driver. Let's see if I can show you that there. Yep, you need a 1.5 millimeter hex driver, whatever kind you have. Make sure it's kind of long. And you're also going to need a tiny Phillips head screwdriver. And I mean tiny. So how you start this off with, there is a screw here up in this corner. I cannot video it. It's impossible to show you how to do it. So there's one right here, the front roll bar that runs right here. There's a screw here, and there's one on the other side as well. So you get your little bitty screwdriver, move your mirror out of the way. Probably can move your door too as well. It gives you a little bit more room. Get it in there, and you unscrew. Now, here's the problem that I have seen so far with this. So say you don't lose this screw either, because good Lord, you'll never find another one. Now the manual says that it is a 2 millimeter screw. I don't believe that's correct. Well, anyway, so let me take off the other side also. Okay, all right, so move your mirrors in, set it to the side here. All right, so when you look at this, you'll see there is right in that spot right there. Point my thing to it there. It's up in this corner. There's a 1.5 millimeter screw on each side up here and this corner down here. Just get it and just unscrew. That one's out. Do the one on the bottom here, if I can see it. I cannot see it. And that should be it. You should be able to take it. Yep, there's the screws. Don't lose them. So now that you've done that, all you do is lift up. It does have little indentions here in the roof that actually, there's a little slot in the body that actually holds it. All right, so once you get it off, they want you to use the screw that was in there, which you can't even see it. They want you to take this, put it through the top here, which is the windshield, and then put it through the roll bar that way. And they want you to put a nut on the bottom of this here. But they don't supply a nut, and I don't think it's a 2 mil, but that's how you do it anyway. So I'm going to work on, I'll try and find if I got some nuts to go into that or not. I don't really know if I do or not, to be honest. All right, so if you don't do that, if you don't want to do that, you can disconnect this particular. You can take these off. There's screws back here on the back of the roll bar. You can take that off and then fold this down if you want to. Don't really know why you'd want to do that, but you can do that if you want to do that. Find the screw so I don't lose it. All right, and once this is off too, it gives you a nice, good look at the interior. You can see the shifters, the cup holder, the center console here, the pedals down here, all the cool things. So it's pretty neat, pretty cool. I like how it's full depth. It's just about like a real one. There's plenty of room back here. You can put some stuff. Also, when you do that, you've got, you can open up the tailgate. So cool. Such a cool little deal. All right, so let's install our spare tire. So it comes with a spare tire in the bag, and inside of that bag has a little piece. It has a screw and a big flat washer. I'm assuming it's a beveled head screw, and of course it is Phillips head. Why they want to go Phillips head's beyond me. But so you'll put your spare tire on. It is hexed like it's supposed to be. You take your screw there, your washer. All right, spare tires on. Now, I will say that's probably about as as good as it's going to get as far as tightness goes. Of course, it looks like it's going to move a little. It does look good though. I will say it does have a nice. It'll probably look really good with the roof on it as well. We're going to set the roof on. See how it looks. I mean, it looks so cool. All right, so we're going to take this top back off here. I'm going to fold that down so it's out of the way. All right, let's take the body off. Now, in order to take the body off, you need a 2.5 millimeter driver and a 2 millimeter driver. You need both for whatever reason they decided to do that. I don't know why, but they did. So on the bottom of this truck, there's 8 spots where the truck is held on. 2 of them's back here in the back. These are the 2 mils here. There's a 2.5 here, a 2.5 here, 2.5 here, 2.5 here, and then 2 2.5s in the very front, right here and right here. I am going to use my electric driver. Kids do as I say, not as I do. Do this by hand. But this is way quicker for me. All right, so now you got all the screws out of it. All right, so before you take the body off, you have to do this. You have to lift the hood up. You have to there's a bunch of this black tape that wraps around everything. You've got to undo enough to where you can undo the motor because the ESC stays on the body. All right, so you do that. That's disconnected there. Next, you have to find the servo wire. Do the same thing. You have to figure out where to disconnect all that. It is a locking servo or locking receiver wire. Pretty cool there. Glad they did that. That's kind of neat. So you unhook that. Then you find the 2 LED wires that are right here that go in. They are intertwined into this receiver here. You unhook it from the receiver, and that's it. So the only things that stay into the bodies, the servo wire, the LED wires, and the motor wire stay on the chassis. The rest of it comes off with the body. So we're going to come here, lift up, and take off. And that is how you remove the body on the FMS Mashigan. It was a little all over the place, but I did get it done. So, like I said, do watch these front screws, or actually all of these screws. They're not like, you can see how much. Like, let me take one of these out. You can see how much plastic comes out with them. It's crazy. It's kind of like too much. Like it's not really okay with it. Like let's see. So that will come out clean, but the spot where it was is not clean. That is all that's in the hole right there. There's nothing but a bunch of junk, a bunch of plastic. So that worries me. That means you've only got a couple of times you can probably take this body off before stuff starts stripping on you, which is not great. All right, so let's put the seats in. When you get this, it has seats and has one bag. One of the seats, or one of the bags, the seats come in, have a bag in it with a bunch of little screws. There's 4 of them total that you need to put this together, to put the seat on. There's 2 holes. You can see them right here and right here. The seat just fits into those holes. They only go one way. They're both, you can use them either side, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do one side here. So you want to take your seat in one hand, or better yet, take one of your screws here, put it in your driver so it's there. Take one hand with the seat, get it into, I'm going to go ahead and start it into this because I think it's solid. Of course, I can't see what I'm doing, so that helps tremendously. So if you can't see on this part here, what you're going to have to do is probably tilt it like this, get it where you need it to go. Try and hold it in place, hold it on both sides like that. Tighten it down. Should go fairly easy, and it does. So that shows you that. I'm going to use the drill for the rest of them. So I'll be right back. And there we have it, seats in the FMS Mashigan. So that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to really do to this. I mean, unless you want to go ahead and start painting and all the things like that, you can do that as well if you want to. I'm not doing that with this one. So next thing up is to pull this thing apart, and we're going to see how the gears look. We're going to see how everything looks in this thing. I think you'll be in surprise for that. So stay tuned and get ready to see that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.